Hello everybody, this was not really a video I was planning to make, but I was watching a Jack Edwards video where he took a Buzzfeed quiz to find out which classic book he was, and I thought it would be very fun to do that, and so I thought I would film it as well. So this is a very off-the-cuff video, so off the cuff that you are currently balanced on a dustbin and 2 rolls of toilet paper. I'm going to just insert a video here so that you can see. Why is my flash on? That's sad. I'm gonna add a screen recording of my phone here so that you can see what's happening. What classic book matches your personality and what does it say about you as a person? Choose a Disney movie. The Little Mermaid, Hercules, Tangled, Zootopia, or The Lion King. To be honest, I'm gonna go with Tangled because, first of all, I don't think I've ever seen Hercules, and the other 3, I didn't really, I wouldn't watch them again necessarily, so Tangled it is. Also, Tangled is my favorite, Tangled, Aurora is my favorite Disney princess, and Maleficent is my favorite Disney villain, so. Which image calls to you the most? So we have a nighttime cityscape, a castle, which looks majestic. It also looks very much like this one famous castle in Germany, but nonetheless. A kind of hillside with lots of trees, so I'm assuming it's a jungle. It looks very rainforesty, lots of palm trees and things. And then a rave. And a field full of hay bales, an open field full of hay bales, which actually looks very similar to the area around where I live. But, oh, that one is really, looks very peaceful. So I'm sort of torn between the castle and the hay bales. That castle just makes me want to go live there, but also it's massive and probably very dark. But also I would be living away from most of society, which would be fine by me. So I think I'm gonna go for the castle. Then choose a pet: dog, snake, bird, cat, or horse. So the first 3 can absolutely go live on a different planet. Cats or horses? I'm very much a cat person, but I also am a horse person. But as a pet, I think I would have a cat. Horses are a lot more high maintenance than cats. Pick a genre: historical fiction, romance, comedy, fantasy, thriller. Romance, comedy, and fantasy, no thank you. Historical fiction and thrillers. The thing is, thrillers not so much. I like mysteries more than thrillers. So I think I'm gonna go for historical fiction. Then pick a color: red, yellow, blue, violet, or green. Absolutely green, thank you very much. It's my favorite color. Pick something to snack on: donuts, french fries, strawberries, pizza, chocolate. I feel like pizza is not a snack. I feel like pizza is a whole meal. So I feel like I'm gonna go for strawberries because they just look delicious. So there we go. And lastly, choose a beautiful sky. So we have a sort of wispy clouds at sunset, and then more dramatic sunset, and then night sky with cloud, and then another sunset but not so dramatic, and then a galaxy. I think I'm gonna go for the first little wispy clouds situation. This is quite hilarious. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I say this is hilarious because Jack also got the same book, but we chose different answers. But then he went back several times and chose very different answers. And almost every other time he also got Pride and Prejudice. But then he did get the Picture of Dorian Gray when he chose wildly different answers. So here I am, I'm Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen apparently. You're classic and romantic. but you'd never settle for anything less than pure adoration. You love your family more than anything, and you can't take anyone without intellectual pursuits seriously. Well, I mean, that part of the sentence is true. You take pride in yourself and love to travel. That is also true. You also desperately don't want to marry your cousin, which is ideal. Yes, I definitely don't want to marry my cousin. Most of my cousins are a lot older than me anyway, so that, first of all, is already not ideal for me. And yes, I just really don't want to marry my cousin. We're not marrying my cousin. No, thank you very much. Ooh, I just found another quiz. Are we going to do another quiz video right here, right now? I think I'm going to do just this one more quiz. Just for funsies, because we can. We're here now, so we might as well. Let's see what your favorite novels say about your personality. Everyone has their favorite novels. What's your go-to genre? Finally, my favorite genre is actually in this category. Romance, thriller, science fiction, classic literature, historical fiction, mystery, crime. Mystery. Absolutely. Which of these novels do you enjoy the most? Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett, The Dry by Jane Harper. I've never heard of The Dry by Jane Harper, ever in my life. I have only read Pride and Prejudice and To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm not going to read Pillars of the Earth. In fact, I just I just unhauled my copy of The Pillars of the Earth because I know I'm never going to read it. And I've heard that Gone Girl is really good, and technically it's right up my street, but I've not read it, so I'm going to have to choose one of the two that I have read. So I'm going to go with To Kill a Mockingbird, because I remember really enjoying that one. Then, pick a book that made you cry. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I never read that, so The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins didn't make me cry. 1984 by George Orwell didn't make me cry. The Great Gatsby I haven't read. The Book Thief I won't read. The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman I have not read either and have not heard of before. None of the books that I've read on this list have made me cry. None of the above. Why is there not a none of the above option? Because The Girl on the Train and 1984 are both books that are not sad. They are just weird and wacky and creepy and freak me out. I wish they had put Wonder on here, because that book made me cry. And I also read another book recently that made me cry, but I can't remember what it was. But none of the above have made me cry. So, can I skip this one? Which would make me cry? What is The Light Between Oceans about? Am I just gonna go with The Girl on the Train? I'm just gonna go with The Girl on the Train, even though it did not make me cry. Which book do you think has the best ending? Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I haven't read that, but I watched the movie. The Silent Patient by Alex Michael. Don't know how to say his surname. So we're just going to skip that. The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I read that and I really loved it. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I haven't read. Cloud Street by Tim Winton. Haven't read and have never heard of. And The Rosie Project by Graham Simpson. I think that was a spelling mistake. Or maybe I've just been reading it wrong all this time. I've also not read. So I'm going to go with The Hunger Games. Even though, did it have the first book had the best ending. The other two, questionable. Choose a book that has a strong female lead character. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Haven't read. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Steve Larson. Haven't read. Divergent by Veronica Roth. I avoided like the plague. Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I haven't read, but I've watched the movie. The Secret Keeper by Kate Morton. I've not heard of. And The Natural Way of Things by Charlotte Wood. I've also not heard of. Am I going to go with Little Women? Because I didn't particularly like Divergent's main character, and I don't know any of the other ones, so I'm gonna go with Little Women. Oh yes, I like this answer. The suspenseful sleuth. You love the thrill of the chase and enjoy unraveling complex mysteries and puzzles. You are curious, analytical, and resourceful, and you enjoy testing your wits and problem-solving skills. You have a keen eye for detail and a knack for uncovering hidden clues, and you relish the challenge of piecing together a mystery before the big reveal. In fact, that is very true. That is very, very true. I hope you enjoyed this little escapade on BuzzFeed quizzes. I certainly did. I'm about to go do a few more quizzes right after this. But if you do like these videos, and you like the previous one that I posted as well, where I did a bunch of different literary quizzes, please do let me know if you want me to do more of them in the future. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are, and I will see you again very soon with another video. Bye!